Hi all. Today I'll be talking about fitting a toolbox onto a Triumph XCA, and I suppose it will fit onto most Triumphs. As you can see, I've got the standard Triumph pannier racks that are here for the hard aluminium boxes, and this is the toolbox that I bought off eBay. And just to show you how I've sort of fitted it, as you can see, it's pretty strong and robust. There's no sort of movement at all in it. As you can see by the state of the bike, I've obviously been travelling around a little bit on it. Obviously need to clean the bike, but it's definitely stayed in place. There's no issues. The standard connection that I put at this end is there. There's no difference on that whatsoever. But on this end, I made a bracket out of aluminium, bent it, obviously created the or painted it black, should I say, to make sure that it sort of matches the rest of it, and just put it through. Now the only thing that I'd say that I wouldn't be too happy about is this sort of bracket here that is made for the interconnecting part that goes over to the other pannier rack. Now I took that off, A, because it's not needed because of the, not using panniers that often, and obviously prefer this, but I didn't want to cut the pannier rack here just in case I did want to head down that route. So at the moment it's obviously got the key to get into it, and just with that it's using the standard bolt that came with the supporting arm, and just bolted it straight on, so it just fits nicely in there. And as I said, it's as solid as a rock, it's not moved anywhere. And I'll go through the contents of what I've got in my toolbox in a sec. So just to show you what's packed into this toolbox, I'll just open it up and bring everything out. So the toolbox itself is pretty good. It's obviously locked in with a key. It's on a piece of string so the lid doesn't fall down. As you can see in here, I've got a little torch, which it's got the LED side light on it, which obviously illuminates quite a bit of the bike if I need to work on it in the dark. Here I've got a first aid kit, so I'll just run through that shortly of what's in the contents. Just grab it. I've got a thermal blanket. I've got a side stand. I forgot what you call these things, but to go underneath the side stand so it doesn't sink in. I've got a puncture repair kit, and right in the back of it I've also got the tool kit, and I'll run through that. And then last but not least, I have got a compressor, a little compressor to go in the back, and it fits beautifully in there. So I'll just go through the contents of everything. So just going through what's actually in the toolbox and in the little bags itself. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the thermal blanket, torch, the side stand puck, the compressor, which is obviously battery operated as well, charges up via a USB port, which I've got on the bike as well with its adapters and stuff. So that's the bits that are loose in there. Then the actual toolkit, gloves, fuses, cutters, pliers, bits of wire, so normal kind of electrical wire just in case I need to do an electrical repair, normal wire just if I need to, that's like garden wire just to keep things wrapped up and tightened up. Best thing ever, piece of cardboard, just wrap gaffer tape around it. Gaffer tape always comes in handy. Jubilee clips, cable ties, Scotch locks and stuff to do the electrical wiring replacement, Allen keys if I need them, some larger tools, multi-tool, lighter, always comes handy, tiny little socket set kit, and obviously adapters with different kind of screws and torque bits and everything else goes into the black bag that I've got. And then I've got the puncture repair kit, which is pretty standard for any puncture repair kit. I've just replaced it with a different bag. And then the first aid kit, which goes into my red one, it's basically gloves, triangle and bandages. You can see over the bandages, tape, larger plasters, because yeah, if we come off on a bike, then I'm going to need a little bit more than these little plasters. Sterilising wipes, gloves, as I said, scissors and stuff to try and tidy things up. So hopefully that helps with you know, what I've packed into it. And as you can see, it's a fair bit that goes into that little box, but as you can see, it's definitely useful in everyday kind of running of the bike. Okay, thanks.